What up, fam? So, yeah, it's one of these. I got something to say, okay? I had already recorded a video last night. Not really apologizing, but just kind of admitting that maybe I was wrong about the whole Cinema Shogun and all these guys talking shit about Ryan. And, like, I'm not saying that I don't love Ryan. I'm saying that maybe he was wrong. Did a lot of video watching from AWP and Ryan Upchurch and a couple other guys that I was checking out here. A guy saying that we shouldn't, his fans shouldn't be afraid to criticize him, and that is absolutely true. If he made a mistake, if he was wrong about what he said, then don't defend him. First off, Ryan would call you a bitch for doing that. If he was wrong and you were still defending him, he would call you a bitch. He'd be like, quit kissing my fucking ass, dude. Seriously. I'm wrong. Stop. The fact that he's still riding this and he stands on what he says makes me question a lot of stuff. Not about him, but about the entire YouTube community. Well, a lot of smaller YouTubers out there that are jumping on this and fighting him and fighting against him. It seems like they're using his platform as a step. And trust me, I know it probably seems like that's what I'm doing too. It's not. I'm not dipping my toes or sticking my nose into the true crime shit. I'm not doing it. I won't do it. I'm not smart enough in that area. I don't know enough about that kind of stuff. And I'm not close enough to the situation to even give my honest opinion about it. So I will not be sticking my nose into that. Won't do it. But what I will do is watch this video and hear what he has to say.
What, you thought I was done making these motherfuckers stay awake biting their fingernails? Nope. I just been sitting, watching, looking, getting on OBS and screen recording stuff that happens, you know, just watching. First off, I'll say this. Some of y'all crime channels, y'all need to grow some balls. If you feel like something is something, say you feel like, hey, this something is something.
It's exactly what I just said. Even if it involves talking badly or poorly or disagreeing with somebody that you care about, if you see something and you want to say that something is what it is, then say what it is. Like, quit beating around the bush. We need to stop this crap. No one's being honest with themselves here.
Get your channel revolves around, people not getting mad at you and stuff. So you kind of just sit back and go, man, what do you guys think? And then you look at the comment section and then you agree with what the majority says. Because, that's what the majority of y'all do.
Now this is very true. I've seen it happen over the last couple days, watching people like doing there's a lot of ass kissing going on, and the fact of the matter is nobody that you're gonna ass kiss on this platform is gonna do a goddamn thing for you. Nobody cares. Kiss their ass. Do you think it's gonna get you somewhere, score you some brownie points somehow? Well, you're wrong. So stop that. Just stop that.
If you want to train the people who watch your stuff to just believe everything they're told without any facts, go ahead. You can. I'm not. For the past 3 weeks, I've heard nothing but, oh my God, you're crazy. You're crazy. You're on drugs. You're so wrong. Ha ha, ha ha. Stupid. Yeah, the jig is up. We get it. You got a system going on where you just pile a bunch of misinformation everywhere.
This is the new form of catfishing.
You got people involved and people not involved, but still involved because they're acting not involved with the person that's involved. They act like they don't know each other when really they do know each other, so they can be in on the same situation, not knowing each other to throw people off to make them have alibis or speak of alibis they could have or couldn't have. Based on actual information that gets found determines what information they put out as a deterrent. So in the beginning, to cover up whatever it is.
Now tell me you don't see this going on. If you're involved, tell me you don't see it going on. If you're not watching it from the outside, then don't put your 2 cents in. But if you are, if you're watching this from the outside and seeing all these videos that are coming out, especially Ryan defending himself and everybody else dogpiling on him and telling him that is wrong, or not everybody else, but a lot of people. Some guy claiming to be his fan, saying that, oh, I love Ryan, but he's wrong. And you know what, you get the right to do that. You get the right to do that. And I agreed with a lot of the shit he said. I did. Google Photos. Google Maps photos, they're old. They're outdated. A lot of the crap out there that is on the internet that is pictures of stuff is like 10 years old. Like, they're old. So, trying to solve a crime using Google Maps is not going to get you very far. And I thought maybe Ryan would be more smarter than that, but I guess, I mean, he is 30 years old. I'm 39, so I didn't really know that up until a couple of years ago that photos were that old. When I looked up a photo of my house from above on Google Maps and seen a vehicle in my yard that my dad owned when he lived here, and my dad's been dead for 7 years, so it's crazy. It's crazy. Um, what I do see going on is a lot of these people jumping on Ikadmel, Zanime, and this fake Ronnie guy that and saying that they are victims of Ryan Upchurch. Come on, seriously, stop it, stop it. Victims? They're not victims, dude. They are in. I'm like I said, I'm not getting involved.
Is they done, they plant multiple theories. Certain people attach to multiple theories. When you have multiple theories, it keeps stemming out and stemming out. Speculate, 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 speculate. Once it stems out so far, well, then you lose track of the target.
It's called distraction, man. It's distraction from we deal with it every day. The internet, TikTok, movies, TV shows, alcohol, weed, drugs, all distractions. They're used in such a way that we don't really see them being used. We don't notice them getting one over on us because we're enjoying it. Entertainment.
Just like pyrophoric flares. If a missile has a target and it throws out 3 deterrents, well, it's going to be pulled in different directions, and guess what? You never catch up to your target don't get burnt. Now, if you're one of those people in the comments who are like, well, why would somebody do all that to get away with this? Do you think they committed a crime being like, aha, I'm going to leave every clue to getting caught?
I can't wait to get caught.
No, they're going to make it complex as possible, especially when it's picked up.
National news.
And to those of you asking, why do I keep changing my theory? I don't. That's bullshit. You can go back and look. My theory hasn't changed. The suspects that I said were suspects as the story unfolds are still the same suspects that I think are.
Suspect.
And those suspects are Ikamel, Zanime, and Ronnie Jones. That's the core people. And people can say what they want. If I would have never yelled at the Ronnie Jones character and called his ass out on Ikamel's channel, if I never would have yelled at Zanime and asked her a bunch of questions that she couldn't answer, and if I never pressed Ikmel the YouTuber about showing us Ronnie Jones is real, we would have never found out that Ronnie Jones is fake. We also wouldn't have got to see incriminating.
So I don't think that Ronnie Jones is fake. I think that the guy pretending to be Ronnie Jones is real. I could be wrong about that. But there's a lot of weird stuff going on around those three people, and it's very obvious that somebody has something to hide. The way she has conducted herself on stream so many times and kind of ran away from questions, ignored things, spoke over people to kind of glaze over a point that they're trying to make. I've seen it happen over and over again. So whatever, man. Do believe what you want to believe.
Videos being posted by these supposed not criminals and then them deleting it.
Because they look like criminals.
Hell, there's still stuff that I've done like a week ago in podcasts with the Zanime girl that no one's even caught on to yet. Remember when I asked her, yeah, you like this guitar? I'll send it to you. You have a P.O. box or something? And she didn't answer me. Because you know why? I can't.
That's what I'm talking about. Her glazing over things, like just kind of ignoring questions. That's exactly what I'm talking about, man. She did that exact thing. I watched it with my own eyes. I'm really surprised nobody caught on to that he was trying to get a P.O. box from her. She has no reason to lie. No reason to lie. She has no reason to keep secrets. So why is she then?
Can't send it to her because I'll find out where the fuck she's at. And they don't want that.
Obviously.
Hell, me and my team have had 2 fucking iPhones be fried because of this. Because we wanted to see what they could do. if they could hack shit. So we baited them with a bullshit number attached to an Instagram. They're like,
Haha, I got the number.
there was nothing on the phone. It was a bullshit phone. But look what they did. They fried the phone. So that tells me.
What? What? You've got to be kidding me. So, like, he put bait phones out there, and Naked Mel and his crew, whoever the hell they are, fried Church's phones. Now, we have no proof of that. Ryan has not showed us proof of that. He's not showed any videos of that happening. We don't know. That's his word against ours. So, I'm not going to go too deep into that. But wow, if that's true. Holy crap. That's scary.
Don't give them my number and don't let them get my number. Which is why I shared the video I found from 7 years ago where Ickmel is saying, hey, I know how to get in your phone and look at you.
And shit like that.
See what it is these people are running off 2 rules as their golden rules. And numbers don't lie. See, but it backfired. Numbers don't lie backfired when people with numbers got involved in what they were doing and started looking at it. Majority rules backfired because they're not the majority anymore. And here's why they're scrambling. Here's why they're losing. Here's why they're tripping up. Because they thought that nobody would give a fuck. They thought nobody would give a shit about this situation. Well, we're proving that that's not true.
Well, what about the police, Ryan? Don't you think it's the police? Don't you think the police are being suspicious?
Yeah, but like I just said a minute ago, it's complex. It's not going to be easy to figure out. I think there's bad cops and good cops. I think the bad cops know who the good cops are. I think the good cops don't know who the bad cops are. There you go. How do I think one way they're getting away with it? A battle of resources. And if the resources are controlled on both sides, you can pick which side wins. If you're the police department that's always having crime going on, you're not going to dump your entire budget into one single solitary thing that's happening when 30 other things are going to happen over the next 30 days. Look at this situation over here. If you are the criminal, you only have one situation to worry about at that time. If there are fake GoFundMe pages, this person who's a criminal is getting funded to be able to get away, while police are using their fundings that they have to.
Tell me. Okay. And I swear to God, I'm not trying to stick my nose into this true crime shit. I'm not trying to do it. But tell me that's not weird. That the police went looking for this car and put 1,900 hours worth of man hours into finding it. Never found it. AWP goes out there and finds it in 30 minutes. It's weird. It's very, very weird. There's something fishy going on. And you can't tell me that there's not.
Spare out to other people, so it's more slim over here than it is over here. Didn't you see how they had like 19,000 man hours and all this crazy shit? And then AWP goes out there like some bosses and finds the damn car in like 30 minutes? Yeah, they ate up the fundings on purpose. And they didn't even do anything. And these people talk in code and shit. Like they create this shit storm, and then they create these individuals on the internet that will take up for them and go to war for them. And then when they say stuff like, hey, the fire is burning in the grasslands. I know that sounds crazy, but they'll type something like that. And that's the point where they eject themselves from the situation, go ghost, and let the people on the internet that are taking up for them speculate. While they don't do shit, they just run away. If you have someone who is guilty of something and you say something that makes them look guilty or even guiltier, they are going to come back at you hard as shit because they don't want to be looked at as guilty. When you're saying this person's guilty and all these other people pop up trying to cover for the person you're saying is guilty and they look guilty, well, someone's probably hella guilty. Hell, you mean out of all these mysteries Ickmel has went over, this is the first.
I don't know for sure if I believe that somebody is guilty of anything. That not in that group, like Ickmel and Saname and everything. I wouldn't know. I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I'm not connected to the situation enough to know. But something's fishy with that group. Something's weird about that group. I don't trust them. I don't think that they're good people. The fact that he went on and admitted in a past video that he knows how to hack into people's phones, like, no problem. Something is definitely weird with that whole group. There's no way there's not. They are too closely connected in a situation where they shouldn't be. I don't understand how they ended up coming so close together, but it's very suspect.
Time he's ever gotten defensive and been like, no, I swear to God, Ronnie's real. To the point where he edits him fucking videos and all this weird shit. Then he gets the Ronnie guy on his show, and the Ronnie guy's like, yeah, man, I seen everything that happened that night the whole fucking time. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, who the fuck are you? And they're like, don't worry about it. I'm Ronnie Jones. And I'm like, nah, what's your real name? They're like, it's Ronnie Jones. And then, like, all these other mysterious people pop up. They're like,
It's Ronnie Jones.
okay, well, pretty much thanks for clarifying that black guy and Nick Mel's shit that they're saying is Ronnie Jones is not Ronnie Jones. Thank you. Then I got this dude pops out of fucking nowhere. He's like, hey, talk to me so I can misinform you on shit. He calls himself Miro. Whatever. Well, the Ronnie Jones Instagram got all changed, and the dude put Miro on it. And I was like, this might be the same person. So when this Miro guy called me, he showed his face for like 2 seconds, but I was screen recording.
Dummy.
So I got a good clear shot of his face. And that dude's like, yeah, man, hear me up, dude. You know, you're looking in the wrong place. And that Ronnie guy.
Who? Who is that?
And then I
Misdirection, man.
sent him a picture of the Ronnie dude's shoes. He's like, hey, those are Ronnie's shoes. And I'm like, how the fuck do you know? Okay, cool. Thanks for the information. So then my buddy, he's like, dude,
That's sketchy. That's sketchy as shit. That was a big old pile of misdirection that he dropped in front of Ryan. And Ryan did not take the bait.
guy's suspect as hell, right? So he does some research on the local high schools and shit around there. And then finds a yearbook from a local middle school that has, what do you know, a guy named Ronnie Jones in it that looks just like this guy who's like, hey, I know Ronnie. Yeah, well, okay.
We know that now.
Then we go to Ickmel's page to watch this.
I really wish he would have used a better picture because I couldn't see that. I have no way of telling if that's legit. I mean, I don't think Ryan would purposely lie about something like that. Maybe accidentally not tell the truth, but not lie. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I'm not putting my eggs in that basket.
This live he orchestrated with this apparent criminal.
Named Ronnie Jones.
And the dude fucks up and shows his legs, and it's like, well, fuck, dude. Ronnie's legs are white. What do you know? Then this Russian lady who looks like fucking Gengar pops out of nowhere with a big bump on her lip.
Her name is Zanime.
And she's like, that's not Ronnie. It's like, whoa, where the fuck did you come from? Me and her get in an argument because she can't answer simple questions. She gets pissed off because Ronnie. She's like, no, we must protect Ronnie. Ronnie, that black guy over there on Ickmel's channel, that's Ronnie. We must protect him. It's like, no, you're protecting the other white dude who looks...
We must protect him. We must protect him. She kept saying that over and over again. Why? What did he do?
just like you, fool. Which is why when I said, yo, Ronnie's a fucking suspect, I don't care what you say, purple hair lady. She's like, yeah, well, Ronnie has a family. And it's like, well, Ronnie shouldn't have fucking opened his big fat Ronnie ass mouth. Then out of nowhere, she's like, well, if it was me, I would protect my family. It's because you are protecting your family by saying, hey, look at that guy. It's him. Someone who looks the opposite of the person I'm kin to, who's actually who done it. We get it. The guy you're kin to is Ronnie Jones. The guy who's on Ickmel's channel is covering for Ronnie Jones by saying he's Ronnie Jones. Which is why the Ronnie Jones character on Ickmel's channel is like, yeah, my two cousins. Yeah, the two cousins are Ronnie Jones and Zanime.
Right?
And don't even...
Right? Why was she... Tell me, please, somebody drop in the comments, why the hell was she on the water? Why was she on the water right above the car right after it happened, right before they found the car? Why? What was she doing out there? What was the reasoning for that? Was that's one hell of a coincidence. One hell of a coincidence.
Even ask me, oh, well, what's your theory on why Zanime is a suspect? Gee, I don't know, maybe because her fat butterball ass went out there and pushed a damn kayak in the water and pedaled out there to, you know, the crime scene that at that time no one found yet. Then when they found the car, she's like, oh, delete.
Right, dude? Right? Right? Go to her channel. It's not there.
Hello. So, Church, tell us your crazy theory about how you think Ickmel's involved. Gee, I don't know, maybe because he's helping do damage control and editing videos for these people who are obviously swimming over the damn crime scene and lying about who they are to cover up what the fuck happened, talking about proof they have of that night that they ain't released to nobody, putting content out, incriminating themselves, and then deleting it. Gee, maybe because he helped do all that. Now look, now you got this footage coming out of this tow truck driver with AWP. Man, tow truck driver is completely full of shit.
Completely full of shit.
What is he doing?
So now I'm not defending him. I'm not. I want to hear what he has to say. Do I believe everything he's saying? No. Do I believe most of what he's saying? Yes. Yes, very much so. I believe that he believes it. I believe that he's not just trying to hurt somebody. He's not just trying to hurt some family. And maybe he was wrong about Kylie not being real. Maybe he was wrong. That doesn't mean that Zanime and Ikemel and fucking whoever else isn't guilty. It's a situation that people need to stay the hell out of. You don't know what's going on. Ryan, you don't know what's going on either. And all this speculation that we're doing, it's hurting people. And I think it's hurting the wrong people. Because you're not affecting Zanime. You're not affecting Ikemel. You're not affecting this fake-ass Ronnie Jones guy. You're affecting everybody else involved. And I don't want to see anything happen to you. I really don't. I don't want to see you get hurt. I don't want to see your channel get deleted. I don't want to see you get canceled. I need you. I really do. I love your fucking channel. Not even for your music, dude. I love your comedy. You are one of the funniest dudes in the world. And I need you. Don't ruin it for me. Damn it.
Sticking to the pattern of what they already done. What does that tell you? They got together and was like, man, shit's getting too hot. We got to break contact for a while. Now it's been probably like 4 or 5 days since they talked to each other. Still only having their original story and not having any personal contact with each other to show that we don't know each other. Because that's what they do. They know and don't know each other because it's convenient for them at certain times. Look how the tow truck driver's story matched up. Oh yeah, the girl didn't know how to put a seatbelt on. And she was like, yo, how do you click this seatbelt the right way? You know, she looked like she might have been hung over. Yeah, or something, or been out all night or something. You know, she was saying stuff that didn't make sense. Yeah, you're painting the same picture everyone else did. The little girl was so fucked up and all this fucked up shit.
Why was the little girl so fucked up? If this shit's real, why was that little girl so fucked up, hanging out with a bunch of 18-year-olds? What's wrong with you people? What the fuck is wrong with you people? Why would you let a little girl like that, a 16-year-old little girl, get so fucked up? Even if she was 17, I don't care, man. What? Who do you think you are?
And man, she was asking me dumb questions like, how do I clicky my seatbelt? The next thing they're going to do, they're all going to start turning on each other. Watch.
Yep. They're all going to start turning on each other because they know that shit's about to come crashing down. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know, man. Like I said, I ain't sticking my toes into the true crime part of it. I just wanted to hear what he had to say because I'm bummed out. I'm sad about this whole situation. He is one of my heroes, and I don't want to see him get affected by this in a negative way, which I already see it happening. People are attacking him left and right, and it's fucked up. I love you guys. See you guys in the next one. Gamer Dad's out.